When we find ourselves in situations, somebody asks you, how are you? How was your weekend? How was your trip? And we want to share part of us. So how do we do this? The idea is to pick something specific that you did that you think that would be interesting to the other person and share that specific nugget. For example, if somebody asks you, how was your weekend? So over the weekend, maybe you went to IKEA because IKEA had a big sale. And you're talking to me and you can say, we went to IKEA, they had a knockout. It was like 80%, sale on whatever it is. That would be interesting to me. Maybe I want to buy stuff in IKEA too. It could be Macy's, like whatever it is, right? It's a piece of information that I may find useful. Maybe you went to a specific restaurant, a new restaurant that opened up, and you want to tell me, that new Mexican restaurant on 58th, they have a new chef, which it was great. It wasn't great. Okay. So what is happening is you are sharing something very specific about your life, and I'm learning about it while you're educating me as well. Okay. So it could be endless thing. It could be a new recipe that you tried, maybe a movie that you saw. Maybe you tried a new game. You like to test software. You can tell me I was at home. I didn't do much because I was testing this new software. Like, yeah, what type of software? And you would share it with me. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, I like
Okay.
that.
So let's try it. This is Monday morning. I'm your colleague. I'm passing down the hall or in Zoom. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was great. I finally got to finish all of the tax work and I'm ready to file. It's early on, and this is the first year I'm this early ready, and I'm just so excited to have this behind me.
Oh, good, good. So I learned that you do things before they're due.
And a reminder that you also need to kind of like start thinking about doing your taxes.
Yep, that's true too. Let's do another one where you think for a minute what would make me say, oh my God, I need that too. Okay, this is the reaction that we're looking to get. So if you think about it, every time you do something, and I know people think they don't do interesting things, but I'm telling you, you do. You found a new game for your kids. Okay, it's interesting. If you saw a new movie, if you read an article, anything that you did that I can learn about in one sentence, it would be incredible.
Let me try and think back. All right. I just discovered something called 528 megahertz music. It is so calming. So I kind of just try to listen to it at least once a day for like 30 minutes because it's just grounding and it's helping, with all the stress that we live in 2025. This is kind of a real cool grounding technique that all you need is just to listen to this music. Um,
Where'd you,
how was your weekend?
how'd you discover this? I mean, where is this coming from?
I wanna say social media, cause I think they targeted me for something, and then I found it on Spotify. You could just, like, put in 528, it will just come up with a whole bunch of stuff, and it's really good. Minus the mu like, in the middle, if you have free Spotify like me, and then all of a sudden it's like, "Home Depot," like, screaming at ads at you in the middle of this calmness, but other than that, it's really amazing.
Perfect. You see, this was perfect because I learned something about you and you just educated me about calming music and we can have a whole talk about this. And this is all happening in 1 minute, right? Even when you share things like, I just tried the easiest recipe. It took me 5 minutes and I got the best pasta. Even that is interesting to me. Weekend, week, trip, how was my day? No matter what the question is, even if the question is, why did you pick your profession? You think about something specific that you did and share your knowledge. Now, here is the question. But Emma, what if I didn't do anything interesting? What if I can't do what if I can't tell of anything specific? It doesn't come to mind.
Sure.
So if you cannot come up with anything in particular that you can think of, the idea is to keep the sentence light and short and revert back to the person. So, for example, what do I mean by light and short? Um, Ruthie, how was your weekend? Let's say that you have, making this up. So let's say you have two kids, 2 and 4, and those are crazy ages. And it was snowing all weekend. And you
Oh
can, and
my
you're like, what did I do? I was looking for a window to climb through because I was stuck at home with 2 kids. Okay. All weekend we couldn't come up because of, the -12 degrees and the snow and everything. Any suggestions of what I can do? Right. Um, Same thing goes for doing nothing. I mean, oh my God, I did absolutely nothing. I stared at the wall. I felt like staring at a wall. You have any suggestions, right? So what we what we want to do is if we don't come up with anything particular, we keep it light mode. We keep it funny. We want to keep it short. Here's the reason why. People have the tendency to talk about what they did this weekend for a while. And we all know when you just ask somebody, how was your weekend? And they're like, oh, and we went to this store and we went to that place. And then it's like an ongoing monologue. And,
Yeah. And like, I'm always dreading I don't want to be that person. So I'm like, great. But
and we lose tension very quickly because nobody really cares about how long you drove to where and what happened in that store, right? We don't. We care about you as a person, and we care about keeping things small, fast, and to the point. That's the whole idea of small talk. So either share something that would be great or keep it small and light, and if you can, funny. Does that make any sense?
yes, I like that.
Okay. So
I wish everybody would listen to this course and follow this.
yeah, the idea is to make the best out of small talk. We don't want to talk about things at work that take 10 minutes and get nobody nowhere. We all do things that are interesting to the other side, right? We all do something, at least one thing, at least. We want to learn how to share it in the most fun and informative way and a quick way.